Hello, everyone. Happy New Year and welcome to Tiger Eye Talk. This is our first episode of 2026. And my guest I have with me today is Katarina Hanssens Carlsson. Katarina is a woman whose expertise in the neuroscience of success has transformed the lives of entrepreneurs around the world. Katarina is a visionary leader and the creator of the Global Unique Entrepreneur Blueprint consultation. With her proven approach, she helps individuals uncover their authentic identity, driving purpose, and compelling vision in just one day. Katarina's passion lies in unlocking the science behind success, helping high achievers break through limiting beliefs and step fully into their God given potential. If you've ever felt stuck in your business or uncertain about your next step, this episode is for you. Get ready for the powerful conversation as we dive deep into the neuroscience of success, purpose driven entrepreneurship, and how aligning with your true identity can lead to lasting joy and fulfillment. Welcome, Katarina.
Thank you so much, Lisa. Happy to be here.
Awesome. We're happy to have you. Katarina, I'm going to let you go ahead and kind of dive into that a little bit deeper and explain that a little bit further of how you help those you work with become more successful.
Okay, thank you, Lisa. Great question. Well, it started with my own journey, which was a painful journey. And if people are listening right now and they're going through a feeling of pain, of being lost, of not really knowing their purpose in life, then please keep listening, because I went through 20 years of that until I found my core values. My core values are truth, greatness, and vision. Now, what does truth mean? It means who I say that I am, the truth about me at my best. That's the truth. Greatness is that arrogant. It sounds kind of arrogant, but actually, everyone has greatness in them. Because for the last 20 years, I've been working with thousands of clients, and not one of them has not got greatness. Everybody has a unique gift to give the world.
Absolutely.
So, thank you. And so, truth, greatness, and vision. Everyone needs to have vision. Everyone needs to have goals. Everyone needs to say, like in 2026, this is what I'm going to achieve. By 2027, this is what I'm going to achieve. In 3 years' time, in 5 years' time.
Right.
So that, why do we do that? So that we can make decisions, right? So now, I've been through the 20 years of being lost, and now I found who I am, what I'm about, and what my purpose is, and I'm not deviating from that at all. I've been doing this for 20 years, and now we're putting it into schools worldwide as well.
Awesome.
So, yeah, thank you. So if you have a job and you're scared that AI could take over, because AI is going to take over hundreds of thousands of jobs. Why? Because AI is simple. You just switch AI on and you ask it to do a task and it will do it, and it will work for you 24/7. It won't go home. At the end of the day, it's pretty much reliable. It's and you don't have to pay it. Well, you have to pay for
it, yes.
of course. But you don't have to pay it a salary, and it doesn't take leave, it doesn't take holidays, it doesn't get pregnant, so you can rely on it. So banks are doing that. 200,000 jobs will be lost in banks in Europe in the next few years to AI. 200,000 just to banks alone in Europe.
Wow.
So if you're feeling that, okay, I have a job and I've got a good salary, but I'm not sure whether I'll keep my job, or I even have an entrepreneurial business, but I'm kind of stuck because I'm not motivated anymore. So if you're in any of those categories that you're afraid that AI is going to take over your job, or you're going to lose your job in some way, or you're not fulfilled in your job, or you're stuck, then take the entrepreneurial blueprint consultation. Why? Because then you'll get clear on who you are, because you're not your name, you're not your address, you're not even your job, you're not that. You may be a mother, you may be a father, but that's not your true identity. Your true identity is way beyond that, way beyond being a mother and father. And that's a very, very important role. But you have another role in life. And when you identify that, it's everything you creating needs to start from your define first you find so other people help you. Then you need to find out what your skills are. You also need to know your success. How do you do that? How do you do failures? Everybody has a failure strategy. In neuroscience, we know that the reptilian brain, your head of your spinal cord, reptilian brain governs the ego. Ego is focused ego. Everybody has an ego. The focused ego is fear based, and it will keep you safe and small and eventually dead. It does not want you to leave your comfort zone. But the only way to be really fulfilled is to leave your comfort zone over and over and over again. And it takes courage. So let's go back to your failure strategy. We all have one. We all have a false identity. Why? Because, as children, we were told how to be, what to do, what was good, what was bad. And we created a false identity as from the age of about 6 or 7, all the way up through our teenage years. And we're kind of lost in that identity. We created an identity so that we would be accepted, so that our friends would like us, so other people would like us. But that's not really you. The real you is way beyond that. The real you is way stronger than your false identity. So, by looking at finding your false identity, your inauthentic identity, you can turn that around and you'll be amazed to find your real identity. Once you have that, look at the habits that you have in your life. Look at the bad habits. We all have bad habits. We may procrastinate, we may doubt ourselves, but we need to know what our bad habit is, because even if you find your purpose and your vision and your identity, your bad habit and your or inauthentic identity is going to stop you. It's going to make you fail. Most businesses fail in the first 5 years. Why? Tony Robbins says it's lack of resourcefulness. I agree, but I also say it's your own inner saboteur strategy. And once you find that, you have gold. Why? Because you can turn it around completely. You can change your inauthentic identity, become totally authentic. Why? Because you can market. People believe you. People trust you.
Yes, absolutely. I could not agree more.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then when you find your bad habit, you can turn it around. You can change it. You can create an amazing habit instead. And then you will get stronger. Does it stop there? You can have your your vision strategy, your success strategy for 5 years, and then you can invent another one. Or there's some of my clients do it every single year. Depends how fast you want to go.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's about finding your purpose. Without purpose, we're not fulfilled. Without purpose, we're not motivated, and we're going to stop. And stopping means failing.
Yes, that is true.
That's what I
Do
do.
you find that most business owners or entrepreneurs come into opening or starting their business with a purpose, but maybe it's a false purpose instead of their true purpose of starting that business?
It could be. Some entrepreneurs say, well, I'm going to go for money. And there's nothing wrong with that. They can say, okay, but it's not really a true purpose. It's a goal.
Right.
Some of my clients say, well, I just want to make, $500,000 or $1 million in the first 5 years. And I just want to make money first because then I want to go for my real purpose. And then I will be able to finance my business. So I don't think it's a false purpose. I think it's real. A lot of entrepreneurs get stuck when they don't make money.
Sure.
If you have a purpose, you're never going to never. I haven't given up for 20 years, and I won't for the rest of my life. What's happening is my purpose is expanding. Now I'm helping children from the age of 7 to find their purpose in schools and create their own entrepreneurial business so that by the time they leave school, they have an entrepreneurial business they can monetize for the rest of their lives.
That's awesome.
Thank
So
you.
awesome for those young children. Yes, absolutely. What is something maybe people sometimes misunderstand about what you do and how you help those you work with?
They misunderstate. Yeah, I think a lot of people are a little skeptical. One of my clients came to me, a client in San Francisco came to me and said, listen, Katarina, with all due respect, I've been looking for my purpose for 50 years. And you say now you're going to find my purpose in 4 hours? How can you do that? It's just like, I'm sorry, I just can't believe that it's possible. I'm here, I'm going to do this, but can you explain why? And I said to him, you know what? You have all the answers to your purpose. You know your purpose. You're not aware of it, but it's inside of you because it never goes away. You know your unique brilliance. You have all the answers, but you haven't asked the right questions in the right order so that they stack. I have all the questions for you, and we're going to go deep till we find the answers. But we will find every single answer. So
Nice.
yeah, people come to me, they're skeptical. They go, one day, no way. Coaches say it'll take 6 months or a year or 2 years, and it will cost $50,000. And I say, well, you can do it in a day for $2,000.
That's awesome. 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 What is the most important lesson that you've learned over your career as an entrepreneur?
To be honest, to be yourself, to be authentic, to be purpose driven, to be vision driven, and not to let the no-sayers ever stop you. Not even your best friends. I've had one of my best friends tell me, stop what you're doing. You're going to transform 150 schools worldwide. It's not going to happen. Well, that's her point of view, but it's not my point of view, and
True.
it is my life.
That's true. That is true. What time of day do you do your best work?
Excuse me?
What time of day do you do your best work?
Oh, yes, I'm an early riser. I wake up at 6 and I meditate up to about 7 o'clock. I run or skate or rollerblade or swim every single day, and I do yoga every single day. And yes, so 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock in the evening. My time is not my best time, but I'm on the podcast. I'm with you, Lisa. But otherwise, early morning. I'm an early bird.
Gotcha. Awesome. Awesome. What's one thing your business venture has done or has, taken you that you didn't expect?
Great question, Lisa. It's taken me to a global level. I'm now working with partners that are extraordinary. Some of them are multimillionaires, but they're not arrogant. They're serial entrepreneurs. They know how to make money, but they've got hearts of gold. And we're starting a school. It's actually an academy for girls in Dubai. I have 4 powerful women partners. We're starting an entrepreneurial school for girls, so that starts at 14 and they leave at about, in their 20s when they found their entrepreneurial business. We're starting a school in Cape Town for the underprivileged. And I'm about to join an organization. I can't tell you the name of the organization yet. It's early days. And they're creating schools in Africa every 2.5 weeks. So, if you'd asked me, Lisa, is this going to happen to you, Katarina? If you'd asked me 10 years ago, I would have said, well, I don't know how that could possibly happen, but I would love that to happen. But it's reality.
Wow, that is amazing. So amazing. And congratulations on all that as well as you are in, going through the stages of accomplishing those things. That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
My pet peeve is people who are not in integrity, people who say one thing and do another, people who say, I'm going to be at that place at that time, and they're not. But I don't stay with them. I stay with people who are in integrity, because it's such a waste of time to be with people who are not in integrity. Integrity for me is number one.
Awesome. 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 Who are the 3 most influential people in your life, and how do they impact you?
The most
influential people.
Influential people in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I have a partner, my best friend in LA, who totally inspires me. He said to me one day, Katarina, write a book. Within 3 months, that book was written. It's on Amazon. It's called Set to Win. He's a huge influence. He has a heart of gold, and he's highly inspiring. And who else? My sons.
Nice.
I would say they have trusted me. They have allowed me to be a very, very different mother, a mother who went to the States for 12 years and became an entrepreneur and studied with a spiritual master. They have tremendous patience, tremendous tolerance, and I just look up to them. So these are the 3 people in my life that.
Awesome. That's wonderful. So wonderful. What is the best compliment you have ever received as an entrepreneur?
I think probably someone who said, before she took the entrepreneurial blueprint consultation, she said, Katarina, I have no hope in life. And at the end, she said, you've given me hope. Not only hope, but you've given me a strategy I'm on fire now. I can't wait to do this. It's completely transformed my life.
Nice. Very nice. That's awesome. So, what's number one takeaway that your clients or a client has experienced by working with you?
One of the greatest takeaways is to find out what kind of entrepreneur you are. For me, this is crucial. Are you a visionary entrepreneur, or are you a strategic entrepreneur, or are you a marketing entrepreneur? Because I've never met, until now, I've never met anyone who says, I've met people who say they're all three, but they are not all three. They are one. You're born with one. For example, I'm a visionary entrepreneur, but I also have some marketing skills, some strategic skills, but also because I know I'm visionary, I know that I need to delegate strategy and marketing to other people who are experts. So
Awesome.
I think that's one of the greatest takeaways my clients really, really appreciate. For example, if there's a man and wife, if she is a strategist and he's a visionary, there can be problems. Why? Because she will say, listen, you've got lots of ideas. Where is the money? Where is the food on the table? Because you have idea after idea after idea. Take one and do one. Because she's a strategist. She wants strategy and she wants results, right?
Right.
And if it's the other way around, if if she's a visionary and he's a strategist, that works actually much better because he may actually strategize her vision.
Awesome.
It can work the other way around as well. But if you know you're a visionary or entrepreneur, or you know you're a strategic entrepreneur, or you know you're a marketing entrepreneur, you know what your weaknesses are, you know what your strengths are, and you know that you really need a team of a visionary. A visionary inspires, right? A strategist says, okay, we need to have systems in place. Without systems, everything collapses. Without vision, everything collapses. Without marketing, you don't have a business. So you need all three.
Awesome. Awesome. So, for those watching, my audience, how can they contact you if they are interested in learning more or possibly even working with you?
The best way is on LinkedIn. I'm Katarina Carlsson on LinkedIn because that's my formal name. Katarina Hanssens Carlsson is my chosen name. So contact me on LinkedIn. And if you leave a message, if you leave the three letters V for visionary, S for strategist, M for marketing, I will give you a half-hour free session to find out if you're a visionary entrepreneur, strategic entrepreneur, or marketing entrepreneur.
Wow. That is amazing. So, yes, please. Y'all definitely want to take advantage of that. That's a great, great offer. Thank you, Katarina.
You're welcome, Lisa.
Any final comments that you would like to share with the audience today?
I would like to say purpose, purpose, purpose. Even little children want to know who am I? What is my purpose? And even if your purpose is very small to start with, create a purpose that gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And some people would say, if your purpose doesn't scare you, it's not big enough.
Oh, that's good. Very, very
So
good.
find a purpose that you would love to, something you would love to do in the world. For me, it's transforming education, school education, so that children absolutely love school. Why? Because it's all about them. They love to go to school. They love to find their unique brilliance. They love to find their entrepreneurial purpose and their mission in life, and which of course can change. and they love to make money, right? When they leave school, they can make as much money as they want.
That's awesome. 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 And congratulations again on the wonderful things that you are doing within your business, within your community, within the world, even because you're expanding in all kind of different directions for sure with your partners. So again, congratulations to you. I highly advise anyone watching this episode to reach out and contact Katarina and take her up on her offer. Find out exactly what type of entrepreneur you are. It could be very, very beneficial for you for sure as you move through this brand new year we just started of 2026. So thank you so much, Katarina, for being our guest today, and I wish you all the best in 2026 and beyond. So thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you again next month.
Thank you so much, Lisa. It's been a pleasure.